What's up, YouTube? Simply Teresa here. Just want to come on here and do one of my songs. It's called Memories. And I haven't even done this song a lot. It's on SoundCloud. Every Verb Nation. Just type me up. I originally went by Teresa McLean, but it's simply Teresa now. So, I want to do this song. See, this song reminds me, in life, like, we done lost so many people close to us, in life, and that's what the song's about. And this song is just coming to my head, like, look, do this song. So I might end up doing it a couple times for my ad libs, because it's pretty much impossible to do my ad libs and my verses at the same time. But it is what it is. But it's called Memories. So I hope y'all like it. Just got done with my workout video, y'all. So as some of y'all know, I'm a fitness coach. I go by Workout with Teresa, and I just completed my workout. As you can see what I got on, right? I don't have that much charge on my phone, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. But it's called Memories by Simply Teresa, which is me. If you enjoy it, like and subscribe. DM me. Other than that, I'm about to do it. However, I hope y'all are doing good on this Wednesday. Hope y'all had a wonderful Wednesday, y'all. And if y'all didn't make it, then. But I'm about to do this. It's not that loud. I got a little cheap little TV, but I'm about to do it. I think I'm going to go a couple times. That way I can get my ad libs. So let's go. And y'all gonna hear me on this mic. I just had to go through hell and hot water just to get some batteries on my mic here. Memories, oh, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't see your face. But I'm trying to move on. I'm crying, I'm all alone. I gotta be strong. And it sure feels like yesterday since I saw your face. Never forget things you showed me. You'll never be replaced. All things you preach, the things you used to teach. You showed me your love. I know you were love marching down on me. Memories, no, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't that I just can't see your face, but I try to move on, and I cry. I'm all alone. I gotta be strong now that you're gone. Alright. I wake up with my pillows all wet, tears in my eyes cause I'm all upset. Think back and there's no regrets. The way you love me, I'll never forget. I wake up with my pillows all wet, tears in my eyes cause I'm all upset. Think back and there's no regrets. The way you love me, I'll never forget. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. It's killing me that I just can't see your face, but I try to move on and I cry. I'm all alone. I gotta be strong now that you're gone. Somebody, my Aunt Caroline, my Uncle Bert, my great Sadie, my granddaddy, he was the father of my father. My friend Adrian and Mocha. Grandmother Rach, she was the mother of my father. I miss some more, I miss some more. Oh, I'm all alone. I gotta be strong. Not your fault. I'm gonna do it again. Some of them ad libs. God is watching down on them. Alright, so now I'm gonna do my ad. I might do little verses when I can, but I'm gonna do it again. So what's that? So you're gonna hear me. So I'm also a soprano, so I get higher too. You know, bass, alto, right? No, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't see your face. Try to move on and cry. No, I gotta be strong and it's all gone. Since I saw your face, you'll never be the same. All the things you preach, yes. Your love, I know you were watching down on me. Memories, always, and just can't be erased. And I just can't see your face. Try to move keep you in my heart. I just can't see your face. To move on, to move on, not your goal. I miss you. You know I do. Somewhere I'm upset. No regrets. I'm weak, I'm in my pillows open. Tears in my eyes, cause I'm all upset. And I think back and there's no regrets. But when you love me, I never forget. Oh, yeah. I'll never forget my Aunt Caroline, my Uncle Bob, my granddaddy, my daddy, my cousins and me, she was the mother of my father. No, she was. Alright, let's go ahead. No mic. No mic. I'm just gonna try to get on with my air libs and my verses. It's kind of hard, having to do all of that at once. That's why I'm trying to get, my air libs and my verses right. I haven't done this for so long. So you're going to be hearing a little bit of both. So let's go. Hold on, but I am going to have this mic so you can hear it a little bit. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, let's go. No mic. This time. I'm gonna do what I can with it. Memories, no, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't see your face. But I try to move on. And I cry, I'm all alone. I gotta be strong and the joy of yesterday. Since I saw your face, never forget the things you showed me. You'll never be replaced. All the things you preach, all the things you preach. You showed me your love, I know you were love. Watching down on me, memories. No, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't see your face. Hey, move on, move on. Hey, it's hard to move on, it's hard to move on. So here we celebrate, both the birthdays. Love the hidden seas of you, so much joy it brings. So when I'm down, down, I keep you in my heart. Please, you are. Hey, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Killing me. Try to move on, you know I do. I wake up with my pillows all wet, tears in my eyes 'cause I'm all upset. And I think back and there's no regrets. The way you love me, I'll never forget. Wake up with my pillows all wet, tears in my eyes 'cause I'm all upset. And I think back and there's no regrets. The way you love me, I'll never forget. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Kill me. I just can't see your face. Never try to move on. Try to move on, yeah, once in time to Molly, my Bobby Millie, I'll never forget. My Aunt Odessa, my Aunt Carolee, my Uncle Bob, my great Sadie, my granddaddy, he was the father of my father. My cousin Jamila, my friend Adrienne and Mocha, yeah. And I'll never forget my grandmother Rachel. I never knew her, but I knew she was a good lady. just got so much, man. Last time, that sound different. Memories, oh, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't see your face. Try to move on and cry all alone. I gotta be strong and try. Yesterday, since I saw your face, the things you showed me, you'll never be replaced. All the things you preach, the things you used to teach, you showed me your love. I know you were my me. Memories, no, they just can't be erased. It's killing me that I just can't see your face. Try to move on, and cry. I'm all alone. I gotta be strong and strong. Hold on, perfect. So much joy you bring. When I'm down, girl, I keep you in my heart. Hey, oh yeah. I just can't see your face. I miss you. You know I do. I wake up when my pillow's all wet, tears in my eyes 'cause I'm all upset. Think back and there's no regrets. The way you love me, I'll never forget. Wake up when my pillow's all wet, tears in my eyes 'cause I'm all upset. Think back and there's no regrets. The way you love me, I'll never forget. Hey, just can't be erased. It's killing me, and I just can't see your face. Try me to move on, my auntie Tante Molly, my brother Billy, I'll never forget it. My Aunt Tessa, my Aunt Caroline, my Uncle Bertha, my great Sadie, my granddaddy, my daddy. Cousin Jamila, my friend Adrian and Mocha, yeah. And I'll never forget my grandmother Rach. She was the mother of my father. Yes, she was. Hey, strong, yeah. You're in a better place as you are, God. God is taking care of me. God's taking care of me. Yeah. While they're looking down, while they're looking down, yeah. I'm over here about to do another. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna do one more. And that's it. Ever since you left me, my brain's been the same. I wake up in the bed at night, just calling your name. You say you miss me, but you're staying away. Even though you're so fuss and fight, I still miss your face. Everything we've been through makes us stronger. Our hearts can take no more. All this pain and all the misery. I just wanna let before you know I miss you. You know I do. Won't you come back home? Won't you come home to me? How can I convince you? How can I convince you, boy, that you all I want? You know you're alone. When I call you lately, you're all in a rush. Just wanna hear your voice 'cause I'm missing your touch. Wishing you would come back. You know our house is not home. Without you in my life, I just can't believe you're gone. Stronger, our hearts can take much more. All this pain and all the misery, I just wanna let before you know you miss you. Do, won't you come back home? Won't you come back home to me? How can I convince you? How can I convince you, boy, that you are alone? You know you only want. Miss you, baby, I miss you. I miss you, baby, I miss you. I miss you, baby, I miss you. I miss you, baby, I miss you. Why did we go our separate ways? Now it just ain't been the same since you went away. All the love we've had, the memories can't deal with the pain. It's so hard to break away from you. I'm about to go insane. You know I miss you. You know I do. Won't you come back home? Won't you come home to me? How can I convince you? How can I convince you, boy, that you all alone? You know you're all I want, babe. Two ways are stronger. Our hearts can take much more. All this pain and all the misery. I just wanna let me fall. You know I miss you. You know I do. Won't you come back home? Maybe can I convince you that you all alone? You know you only want you. How can I convince you? Convince you, boy, that you all I want. You only want, baby, you. Alright, yeah, I'm done. So, so I just added another one on, so it's called I Miss You. Uh, and that's actually like a relationship type song, right? You know, if you're in a relationship, right, and you end up breaking up or separating, that's what that song's about. That first song I was doing, The Memories, I had my dad all up in my mind. And at the same time, like, I just had, like, a lot of people that I done lost, you know, real close to me. Um, and I just felt like I just had to do it. So I did it probably like 3 or 4 times, right? Um, you know, nobody said life was going to be perfect, right? You can't automatically be with a person and I think you're going to have problems, right? Just in general. That I miss you. I miss you, baby, 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 I miss you. Right. So it's like this. Like if you in like a relationship, right? It could be marriage or a relationship. Oh, you're right there. You know, at the same time, like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. Right. You're always gonna have, you know, difficulties. I mean, no relationship is perfect. I mean, we all know that. I mean, we're in a relationship. At the same time, there's a whole lot of nagging and arguing, sometimes for no damn reason at all. And you don't even think about it until after it's done. Right. And then it gets to that point where you just end up just being like, you know what? Screw this shit. It's either you want to be with me or not. If you don't want to be with me, I'm not going to waste my time. Right? That's where a whole lot of separation comes from. Right? When it comes down to it, the relationship, part. But yeah, if you actually been with that person for so long, like, yeah, you're going to miss that person. And you're going to think back on how it was and what's the reason. Like, sometimes we don't really know the reason, right? We don't know the reason. If we separate or we break up, we just don't know. To be all the way honest with you. One thing I can say though, it's always a reason. Even though sometimes we might not know what the reason is. If you're in a relationship, either gonna separate, break up, woody woody woo, right? You move on, they move on, boom, boom, boom. But at the same time, their memories is always gonna be there, right? It ain't going nowhere, right? Um, you're always gonna think back, at the same time. And I be the one to tell you, you know, um, me and my husband been married for 20 years. Never been with nobody ever that long in my life, right? And we done went through our issues. So at the same time, there came a point, in life where we separated to see, do you want to be with somebody else or not, or you just want to stick with, right, me, right? I'm going to stick with you, or you going to stick with me? But there's always a reason, at the same time, especially if you separate, um, especially in a long relationship. And then you wonder, in the back of your mind, why? Sometimes you know the reasons, but at the same time, like you're close to it, but at the same time, you really don't know, right? We then came to the point in time where we was just ready to just give up on each other, right? He moved on, I moved on, right? But, for some strange reason, we got right back together, quickly. Um, so we separated, what is it, 25 right now, so, oh no, yeah. So, he's 25, right? I'm 39. Um, all right. So it was 13 years ago, right? We separated. I moved on, and he did too. Um, but for some reason, we got back together within a month, in advance, and we've been together ever since, right? So y'all know I ain't no like relationship, therapist or nothing like that, right? You know, I'll just go about what I go by. When I wrote that song, I Miss You, I actually wrote that song when me and him was separated. Um, and to think in a million years, you would think, well, once you get married, ain't no separation, right? That's what you think, right? But if you go through, your problems, a lot of problems, and like chaos, and at the same time, like sometimes you get confused and you get in your feelings, to the point where you're just like, okay, is this person what I want to spend the rest, who I want to spend the rest of my life with, right? Or is it somebody else, right? I mean, when you move on, you separate. Okay, you move on. There's gonna be somebody else in the picture, right? I mean, to be honest, just to see how that go. But at the same time, even when you move on, like thinking just in the back of your mind, like, okay, this person you move on with, right? Is this that person for you? But, as time goes on, then you notice, no, it's not. But when you get brought back together with your original partner that you was to begin with, God wanted that to happen. We make our own choices in life, but that one that created us knows. He knows who we're supposed to be with. Well, we got back together, right? And we've been good ever since. But I can never sit here and tell anybody that, a marriage, a long marriage, a relationship is going to be like 100% because it's not. I mean, just going by experience, like it's not. There was a reason why I moved on. There was a reason why he moved on. But for some strange reason, all that's gone. Like it just brought us right back together, right? As in one. And we've been good ever since. But nobody said that you're going to forget about it. No, because you're not. You're not going to forget about it. Especially if you're really close to someone. Hell no, you're not going to forget about that shit. Please. That's going to be there. In your mind. You know. And sometimes you might get in your feelings, at some point. You might have, like, you might go, somewhere by your house or somewhere, where you can just sit to yourself and just reminisce to yourself and just think. Because the most strongest part in our body and our life is ourself, right? Nobody's gonna 100% get you, and understand everything. No, like it's the only person that knows you 100% is you, right? And the one that created you. He's been there for you ever since you came out that womb, right? So whatever flaws, whatever maybe you made mistakes or something, whatever mistakes it was, or whatever your partner might have made mistakes at the same time, like he knows that. He knows everything ever since you came out that womb and you grew up. As you live your life, you was living your life. He's living your life too. Because he's right there for you. And y'all know what I'm talking about. God, right? We can't clarify and say that it's a man. We can't clarify and say it's a woman because we don't know. But at the same time, he or she, and I gotta put it like that, they knew you when you was a seed. When you even got created and you came out that womb, the second you came out, day by day, every single day, as you live life and you get older and older and older, to the point where then you start making, you know, what's the word, right? Oh, I can't really have no word for it. I really don't. But it's like it's once you actually knew yourself. I mean, he or she done been with you ever since you was in there. You know, as you grew up, just in life in general. I'm trying to make it, specific as I can to my ability, but the second you make your first mistake, he or she was right there. They knew it. At the same time. Whatever you done been through in life, that one that created you knew that. The second before it even created, in your life, right? From the second, the moment before it happened, or after, woody woody woo, at the same time. That one that created you know every single day of your life. I'm just gonna put it like that. Um, when it comes down to life, when you actually like start getting, you know, real close to somebody, right? Close and in a physical way, like no relationship is perfect. I would be lying to you right now if I said it was, because it's not. Ever since the first relationship I've ever been in my life, no, it was not perfect. I done been through hell and hot water. A whole lot of cries, right? A whole lot of tears, a whole lot of stress. Um, Literally, like everything. Like, before I went through that one, like I said, that created us, knew that before. That's where we get that mind from. You know, how we gonna think? How we gonna feel? What we gonna do? There's always a what. There's always a why. And there's always a how. At the same time, before you even know that one that created you knew that already. And that's the God's honest truth. But one thing in life, we was created in life to do whatever we want to do in our life. Right? Everybody is blessed. We here today. We wake up in the morning. We blessed. Day by day, every second, every moment, every minute. We're blessed. Sometimes it's hard to really appreciate it because we go through so much bullshit. Excuse my language, Lord, forgive me. But we go through a whole lot of chaos, a whole lot of stuff in our life, and we just don't even understand why. And sometimes it takes a while to understand that. Sometimes we don't even understand it. But that one that created us knew. He knew the second, or she, like I said, he or she knew the second, the moment before it even exists. I'm just being all the way honest. But it is what it is, man. Main thing is just know it's a blessing, every single day of our life. When we get up out of bed and we wake up, just know that. It's like I know, like when it comes down to like my life, I can sing, I can rap, I can write my own songs, right? That one that created me wanted me to do that. Cause it's kind of funny, just a simple fact that the only person in my family, God rest his soul, but on my father's side and my mother's side, I was the only person that had a voice, that could sing, that had that, besides my father, which I lost him back in 2018. I still feel his presence every single day, but it still eats me up because you only got one father. It don't really matter what relationship you had with them. At the same time, you only got one because that one man is the one that put you in this world. And that one mother, is the one that helped you get in this world, right? We all know that, right? I'm blessed. I still have my mother, and she does just so much. And she's always done that, for me and my brother. And I'm blessed she's still here, now to this day. But at the same time, I sit there and I wonder, it really don't matter what type of relationship. Because me and my father didn't really have a really, really, really great relationship. Because we done been through our stuff, you know. Same with my mom. We done been through our stuff. Like, nobody said that it was going to be perfect in life. Right? Well, the main thing is just trying to do the best you can, and live your life, to the fullest. Right. Um, God, man. I miss my father so much, man. I really do. But I feel his presence every single day. But I still miss him like hell, man. I just wish I could have been there a whole lot more than I was growing up. Right. I regret the fact that I used to run away. Right. I was 14 when I really started running away. Like, I was not on, the right track, in my life at 14 years old, man. I was a habitual runaway. And you know what's crazy? Like, I actually remember how many times I actually did run away at age 39. Now, as I speak, I started running away when I was like 14, 15, right? Just running away. Like I said, there's always a reason why things happen. I had my reasons. But I ran away 14, 15. I worked in a place that I wasn't supposed to work at. And I got away with the shit. And I don't even know how the hell I did that. At the same time. But I did. I made it through. But it wasn't all about that. How you made it through. Oh, hell no. I done went through too much shit at age 14, 15 years old, man. I can't even sit here and tell you everything, like, 'cause I can't. But I done been through hell. I raised myself at age 14 because I didn't stay at home. So what I'd have to do, I had to work by age 15, 16, right? I say when I was almost 16, I got away with that shit. I used to work at every single strip club here in Louisville, Kentucky. That's how I was able to raise myself. And the shit I had to go through in the process, it was horrible. 15, 16 years old. I mean, what common sense at the same time? Like, I really didn't really think, and I didn't really have, a positive mindset when it came down to it, but I was still smart at the same time because I didn't do what them other girls did. Right. My day. Right. My daggone phone. Um, so like I said, at age like 16 years old, I started dancing. And I'm not talking about, oh no, dance, jazz dancing or ballet dancing. Hell no. No. I was dancing at the strip club. I was trying to make my money. Okay? And I still didn't make as much as I wanted. But for some strange reason, I had enough common sense to know what it was and what I was supposed to do. Compared to the women that was around me, I couldn't do. I couldn't do no sexual favors for nobody. I couldn't do it. At age 16 years old, I actually researched it. Of how when it comes down to dancing at strip clubs, at the same time. And I rolled with it. I ain't do nothing for nobody, in a sexual way. I did what I was supposed to do. If it didn't have no pole, like PTs, for example, I don't know if they still have a pole or not. They never did when I was dancing. I was just dancing on stage. But I was dancing, on the stage. I didn't allow nobody to touch me. If anybody threw any money up, okay, well, I let them throw it up. Still dance. Did my thing, right? Even when it came down to dancing, you know, dancing. Doing private dances, I did not allow them to touch me. I didn't. I told them all, put your hands behind your back or sit on them because you ain't touching me. Dance is a dance. It ain't no touching involved, regardless if you want to or not. It ain't happening with me, you know. But some of the dancers I was around, like they was doing more than just dancing. And I couldn't. They was making money out the ass, and I'm just like, damn, no. I don't want to make money out the ass like that. Just enough to survive, and I did. Right. And I like I said, like I done worked in every single strip club here in Louisville, Kentucky. They none of them changed, but one of the names changed. I used to work for, I don't know if y'all familiar with Louisville, Kentucky, but it was a strip club. It was called Trixie's, right? There was a 21 in Overside, and there was an 18 in Overside. I worked in both of them. I worked at PTs. When I ran away, I like I could just go on and on and on about the situation, like for real. Like when I ran away to the West End, one of the worst places to go to here in Louisville, Kentucky, right? But I did. I made it, right? The most places, that I ran away to in the West End, it was like the projects. That was really fucked up. Because my God, that's one place I wish I never ran away too. Because I went through so much crazy ass shit, man. It don't make no damn sense, though. That fucked me up. And it still do now to this day, just thinking about it, though. Ooh, Lord. And I wonder, like, how the hell did I manage to do that, man? Like, for real, dang. Well, you gonna run away? You gonna run away to the projects? That's one of the worst places to run to. But I did. So yeah, just to tell you, yeah, I done been through a whole lot of hell and hot water. Just running away to the projects. Right. The worstest place in the West End I ran away to. So yeah. So you think I would just sit there and just want to just not even think about it. But I can never forget about that. I can't. I can't. I almost lost my life at age 17. I did. I almost did. By the grace of God, I made it through. Then I just stopped running away. But to be all the way honest with you, like, what I had to go through at that age, I wouldn't even be speaking to you right now. Like, yeah, I wouldn't even know I existed. That's how fucked up it was for me. Just being young and running away, trying to live my life. But yeah, at the same time, I had to live my life and I had to raise myself. So yeah, I had to go through a whole lot of hell. I did. And that's one thing, like, I wish I could just forget, but I can't. I can't. I can't forget this shit, man. That fucked me up. Like, for real. Like, I almost lost my life one day. Almost did. Nobody wants to ever go through that bullshit. Lord, forgive me for cursing, but He was right there with me when it God. My life got threatened. Dealing with somebody. The only reason why I didn't want to deal with him, I was like, I want to say 15, because I told him that he was too old for me. And I just started thinking about it. I was 15. He was, how old was he? I want to say he was like 28 or he was like 30 at that time. What the hell I had to go through with him? Oh, I'll never forget it. Never in my life did I ever feel like my life would get threatened with a gun. Yeah, I said it. A gun. Yeah. Y'all give me a second. Hold on, man. I'm just like, damn. Damn. Damn, babe. So, yeah. My life got threatened with a gun. You know why? Like I said, I was 15, right? He was about 30 years old. I gotta say, he had to have been about 30 years old. He said, if you leave away from me, I'm gonna kill you. At 15 years old, what the hell am I supposed to think, right? This man just threatened my life with a gun. And he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do it. You know, and I got away from him, but just by like literally just trying to, like I said, I was like 15, you know, almost 16. Like, damn, you gonna threaten me with a gun because I said I can't mess with you because I feel like you too old for me at that moment. I mean, that technically that's like statutory, what they call it, statutory rape or some type shit. And he was fucking crazy. But at the same time, just having to go through that bullshit, you know, at age 15 years old, man. What did you think? Like, in the back of your mind, like, you can honestly, like, think, like, what the hell can he possibly do? You have to get out that situation, right? Somebody's threatening your life with a gun, sitting there saying, oh, well, if you ain't with me, you can't be with nobody else. And then have the audacity to get choked. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get all the way in detail, man. Because I remember this shit like it was the other day. Like, to get choked and actually have a gun, you pointing at my head just because I'm trying to think positive with my life. And at the same time, I don't want no issues. But at the same time, that shit. The fact to sit there, like, literally get tossed on a bed, hands around your neck, bare roll behind your head, one hand around your back, and a gun pointing to your head? Are you serious? At age 15 years old? You think I got away with that shit? I got out of that shit? Hell yeah, I did. Hell yeah, I did. If I was to see this man's face now to this day, like, I would remember it. I would remember everything. You know, after that, I was like, well, you know what? I'm about to do what I gotta do. So I'm gonna go home. Right, I was a habitual runaway. Like I said, I ran away 62 times. I done been locked up. Out of that 62 times, I was locked up like 55 times out of it. You know, I was a juvenile back then. So I was in like JCYC, right? Man, it got so bad for me, y'all. Where it just messed me up, like all the way up here. Out of that first year, like I said, it's happened at like 15, 16 years old. Before I was even 17. Now, how it messed me up so bad in my mind, just a simple fact of what the hell I had to go through that day. I ended up in Caritas, which I don't know about Caritas. I'm gonna let you know it's a crazy hospital. Like, I went crazy, after that. Like, I was just ready to just give up on life, and I was just like, fuck it. As time went on, and I got a little older, I realized it, right? So what? After that, how old was I? I was almost 17, right? Almost. Because when I was locked up in JCYC, like, I wasn't there that long. So after I got out, I just went on and I just kept running away. And I'm just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, did you learn your lesson? The first time around. Man, age 16, almost 17, I was engaged. And this asshole put his hands on me too. So I'm just like, are you serious? He didn't try to kill me, but at the same time, he put his hands on me. What I do? I ended it. It didn't last long at all. And I was actually engaged to him. Thank God I didn't marry that man. And you know what the messed up part about it is? He already had someone. That's the messed up part about it. Like when it came down to it. Like, damn, right? Almost 17. This man got another woman living somewhere. Y'all already engaged and shit. What the hell you want with me? Oh, it got real. It got real. Y'all can go on and on about it. Like, for real. Like, this man was abusive too. I'm just like, ain't that a fucking bitch? And I just felt like, you know what? I mean, what is it like? How am I gonna get away from this situation of a man actually placing a gun beside my head, threatening my life? Then on top of that, this asshole choked me up on the bed and said the same shit. Oh, if you ain't with me, you ain't gonna be with nobody. Are you fucking serious? I'm like, damn, and I just like, damn, what is going on, man? Like, God, man. And after that, I was like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna be gay. Fuck it. I swear, like, I was just to that point where I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna deal with no man no more. I'm gonna deal with a woman. See if that happens. Right. This is crazy, y'all. Like, within my 16, before I even turned 17, or in the middle of 17, right? I was like, after both of them You know, the one that threatened my life with a gun on top of that, this one that tried to choke me up and try to get me. At the same time, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm about to find me a woman. Fuck it. Man, y'all, I went that way. I was bisexual that way, right? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna bullshit you. I was bisexual. I ended up being in a relationship with a woman. This is all within that 16th year, of my life. And man, she was fucking crazy too. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Man, I was like, screw it, man. Any man, at the same time before, it's gonna, like, okay, I'm thinking a woman. But at the same time, that shit didn't work neither. So I'm just like, you know what? Like, I just pretty much just gave up on myself. By the time I turned 17, I had my mind clarified, right? Almost a year in advance at 17 years old. Towards the middle of my 17th year, I got back in contact with my husband. Right. And this man, like, I've known him ever since I was like 14. Literally. Did I think in a million years we would even have gotten married? Hell no. Did I think we was gonna get married? No. Did I think we was gonna have a child? No. But it happened. You know? It happened. I had a crush on this man ever since I was literally like 14, 15 years old. See, growing up in my life, I was a tomboy. And I still am. Now to this day. I still am. I ain't got no female friends. All my friends is males. They're men's. Right? But, when it comes down to that, like, my man friends. Right? My husband's always going to be my best friend. And his friends I grew up with. And they always looked up to me as a sister. Right? You know, pretty much ever since I was like 18, like, I was literally like a tomboy. Before I hit 14, 15 years old, I was a tomboy. No females wanted to be around me, which I didn't know why, because I got respect for all women. But at the same time, some women did not have respect for me, right? But when it came down to boys, at age 13, like 14, like I didn't have to deal with no bullshit. They always looked up to me like a little sister or a big sister, right? And still do now to this day. Female friends, now to this day, at 39 years old, there's two. Other than that, everybody else is men. Majority of the men like friends versus my husband's friends. Because I've known him technically ever since I was like 13, 14 years old. So I've known his friends ever since then. And they've always looked up to me as, little sister. Because I was always the youngest one. You know. Um, and now to this day, at age 39, yeah, I'm still a tomboy. There's only a couple females I can claim as my friends that ain't never crossed me. They never judged me. That was there for me. It was only two. Right? And there's only two. Like I said. Versus that, like, it's men. Boys, men. I'm still a tomboy now to this day, as I speak. They always look up to me like a little sister or a big sis, man. And, that's a blessing. But just by growing up, just in general, like I didn't have female friends because they always had something against me, even though I didn't do nothing to prevent that. But at the same time, they still judge me. One thing in life, I know, thou shalt not judge. Period. Thou shalt not judge. I never judge nobody, and I never have in my life, but I've always gotten judged. It's been a whole lot of disrespect I've gotten in my life, and I still do now to this day. Right? But what? Am I going to let it make me or break me? No. Hell no. At age 39, if I ain't got that now, I ain't going to never get it at the same time. Look, only person that can judge me is me. Okay? And that one that created me. That's the only person that can judge me. The one that created me and myself. When people try to judge me, now in this general, like sometimes, like, I don't got my comments on because I get a lot of judgment, right? And then I just sit there and I just wonder, like, really? How the hell are you going to judge me and you don't even know me, right? One thing in life, you can never judge a book by its cover. And we all know that. Can nobody judge nobody by the way they look? If you're respectful and that person's respectful, why would you judge that person if they didn't do nothing to you? Right? But I still get judgment. But once again, like I said, am I going to let it make me or break me? Or what am I going to let it do? Build me up? Build me stronger? Every person that try to judge me, I'm strong as hell. And I'm damn proud. Either people can accept me for me or not accept me at all. Period. Respect me for me or don't respect me at all. Period. That's how I feel. Because if you want to come at me in a disrespectful way, you're not worthy for my respect. Period. Because with me, like, I believe in everybody's success, right, in life. I believe everybody in life can get wherever they want to get to as long as they stay consistent through the process. As one other thing about me, other than me being an independent artist, singer, rapper, songwriter, fitness coach, model at the same time, I'm a positive influencer. I speak a lot of positivity, especially in all of my videos. So if y'all ain't following me on my fitness channel, Workout with Teresa, it's my fitness channel on YouTube, TikTok. I'm also on Facebook. I also go by Teresa McLean on Facebook. Teresa. And I have Workout with Teresa. I got a couple pages. Every time I get on there, like, I do speak my positivity. Even though it's towards the end of the video, because it's like when I get into it, I'm a fitness coach. I love to help people stay consistent on their fitness, right? Help people not give up and stay motivated and stay focused, period. If you actually search me on YouTube, Workout with Teresa, Workout with Teresa on TikTok, even on Instagram and Facebook, you're going to hear it. Teresa McLean, same thing. I always get into that positivity towards the end of my videos. Right? I do a lot of challenges. I do challenges to help people stay consistent. I'm helping myself at the same time. as I stay in shape. I'm helping other people stay in shape. That's my goal. You can't give up on your life. Like, you can't give up on that fitness level, right? We all gotta get fit. We all gotta try to stay fit. We gotta eat right and all of that. Like, I let that be known in my videos, right? Because it's like this. It ain't all about, oh, well, you work out and get fit. Hell no. Here go this fitness coach. That part of me. Hell no. Ain't no just working out. No, you gotta eat right. You gotta eat right. You gotta eat right. Like I can say it a million times. It's all about what you eat and where you work out. Yes, you gotta work out. You gotta stay consistent. You gotta be focused. You gotta be motivated, but you gotta eat right. So sometimes when it comes down to that, you got to put yourself on a diet and not eat what you're usually used to eating. If it's got anything involved in grease, stuff like that. Okay, there's only two meats that I mess with: salmon and chicken. And I bake it. And vegetables and fruits and water. Now that's the main diet that you're supposed to stick with. Just staying fit and, working out at the same time. Right? One thing like salmon, you can't eat that every single day. Or codfish, or whitening fish, or flounder fish. Just in general, you can't eat that shit every day because that can cause mercury. So if you eat fish, try to eat it like once every throughout the week, once every 3 to 4 days. You don't have to deal with the salmonella or whatever they call it, or the what else they call it, uh, mercury. Chicken breast is the best meat to eat when it comes down to protein. And bake it. Don't fry it. Bake it. Because once you bake it in water, less fattening that you're going to put in your body. Right? When it comes down to working out, and staying fit, you got to make sure that you eat right at the same time. That's how I stay the size I do because, that's how I eat. And then fruits, right? So, vegetables and fruits at the same time. But anyways, y'all, I can go on and on and on about it. To be honest. But anyways, y'all. So I'm going to jump off here because I'm about to eat my chicken breast. So I put myself on a diet. What day was it? Starting a new diet. So I need protein, meat would be chicken breast, and I'm going to bake it. Soup. Zero sugar. Jello or pudding. Fruits and water. That's what I've been sticking with every single day. And it's been doing really good, so I would definitely recommend, anybody else to do that if you're trying to stay fit. At the same time you're serious about that. And when it comes down to working out, consistency is important. Work out with Teresa. Y'all make sure y'all check that channel out. Right now, I'm in a challenge. I do a lot of challenges. So today I did the gluten hip hustle. What was it? Day 15? 30 days challenge. You're going to have rest days, throughout the process. But it's a 30-day challenge. You stick with it the 30 days, you'll start seeing benefits. You'll start seeing what you want to see within them 30 days. I don't get on here and I don't do my workouts just to be doing it. No, I do it because I know it helps and I know it work. That's why I do it. I get on here and I do my music because a lot of people don't know that part of me. Yes, I sing, I rap, I songwrite, I go about my business, I model, like, so at the same time, like I said, like, it ain't all this music that I do. I'm trying to accomplish everything that I got talent in through my life. And that's what I try to put, to everybody else. Everything that you're good at and you got that talent in, go for that shit and do it. Don't give up. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Period. So, anyways, y'all, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna eat my food. But enjoy your night, day, morning, evening, whatever. Much love, much respect. Until next time, Simply Teresa, aka Workout with Teresa, Teresa McLean, 1.